nakaka-excite at halo-halo yung emotions na meron ako considering the fact that I am learning from different kinds of researches. And ito nga yung ito yung pinaka gist ng ating ginagawa, yung matuto tayong lahat sa pamamagitan ng research ng bayan na ito. So, everyone, you are in a good place in a right time. So, yes, bago natin umpisahan ang lahat, maaari na nating... Hello, Miss Marilyn Flores. So, maaari na natin i-introduce ang ating guest speaker. So, yes, Jonelle, go ahead please. Paki-introduce ang ating speaker.
Okay po. Welcome to another episode of our Research Tagbayan. So today afternoon, we have a very special guest who will help us to understand the nature and process of a capstone research. She is a dedicated educator who has been guiding students in their academic journey. Our guest is Miss Jocelyn N. Orogo, a senior high school teacher at 1F Trevino Memorial High School. She completed her Bachelor of Secondary Education, major in Mathematics in CBSUA in 2019. But before that, she studied at Rolando R. Andaya Senior Memorial High School, graduating in 2011, and graduated her primary school at Cuco Elementary School, finishing in 2007. So let's welcome our guest, Miss Jocelyn N. Orogo. We're so excited to have you here, ma'am, and thank you for joining po.
Hi, Ma'am Jo. Inaabangan ka ng mga estudyante mo rito na nasa CBSUA.
Sa lahat, Ma'am Grace, and to the other proponent of this activity, and and also to the participants na andito. So, good afternoon. And sana makatulong. Okay. So, actually, I prepared 3 slides.
Okay. Would you like to share, ma'am? Pwede tayong mag-share?
Yes po.
Okay, so sige po. Okay, so yes, we are so happy. Alam nyo kasi everyone, si Ma'am Jo ay nag-i-study siya ng kanyang doctoral sa NC every Sunday and Saturday. So, pinakiusapan ko siya sa ko, baka pwede naman. Kasi, we've been having this tie na she's always been inviting me. And sabi ko, lagi mo akong ini-invite. So, ikaw, alam ko, marami kang alam na kailangan ding makita at marinig ng mga estudyante. So, I still need to invite you. I also need to invite you. So, sabi niya, Ma'am, kaya ko daw. Sabi ko, hindi, bakit hindi? Alam niyo kasi si Ma'am Jo, very humble yan. Ang dami niyang, may mga publications na din siya and heavily involved din siya sa research. Kaya lang, sobrang humble niya. Yung parang, hindi siya magtitake ng basta-basta lang. Lagi siyang nagsasabi na, kaya ko ba yan? Sabi ko, ay naku, kaya mo. Bakit hindi? Ikaw pa ba? Kasi gumraduate din siya ng cum laude sa CBSUA at math major siya. Gusto na namin umpisahan ang tanungan kasi ito kasi yung setup natin dito. Gusto ko siya, relax lang siya. At pati yung mga Inglesero at Inglesero, pinapakiusapan ko, pwede magtagalog muna po tayo because ang pinaka main idea natin sa research is to introduce research as madali lang siya. Marami kasing natatakot, Ma'am Jo, dito sa paggawa ng research because alam naman natin na ginagawa natin ito sa English language, which is we need to admit na hindi tayo masyadong acquainted to it, lalo na yung mga nag-uumpisang mga bata. But then, I told them na pag maintindihan nyo lang yung konsepto, maintindihan nyo lang, madali nyong magagawa kasi madali lang naman talaga ang research. Intindihin nyo lang with an open arms. So, yun ang lagi kong sinasabi sa kanila. And of course, the first question, ito na, ang first question namin. Siyempre, ibibigay siya ni Kent. Kent, ano ba yung unang tanong natin dyan?
Good afternoon po ulit.
Okay.
Ang first question po namin is, ano po ba ang difference ng capstone research sa ibang research design po?
Thank you for that question, Sir Ken. So, the question is, ano ba yung main difference ng capstone research compared sa ibang researches? So, actually, capstone research is not a research design. So, it is part of an academic research na kung saan a capstone research ay isang culminating project na ginagawa in the latter part of a specific course or program. So, para maipakita yung application ng lahat ng natutunan ng mga bata. Karaniwang nito actually is an applied research na kung saan nakatuon ito sa pagsagot ng isang tawag dito, real or tunay na problem that is existing in a specific community or a specific that specific community or sa specific na discipline. So if it is in a form of academic, and it is about the creating solutions on that specific phenomenon or problem in a phenomenon. And the other design are kagaya ng mga thesis, mga dissertations. So, those are theoretically research na maaaring mas formal at tawag dito, sumasagot ito ng mas malalim at sa mga teorya, sa mga theories na kailangan at gusto nating masagot at hindi ito practical. So, samantalang pag pinag-usapan natin yung capstone research, may kinalaman siya sa tawag dito, sa pagtuklas ng paraan or solusyon o pagbigay ng programa para maging karoon ng solusyon yung isang nag-a-arise na issue. So, yun yung ano. And ang capstone research is part of academic research, and the research design is just part of the capstone research. So, that's it.
Thank you po, ma'am.
Sana nasagot ko yung tanong.
Nasagot daw ba, Ken, yung tanong?
Yes po, ma'am.
Okay. So, alam mo, Ma'am Jo, ito yung isa sa mga bagay na nai-enjoy ko kapag meron talagang research tambayan dahil hindi pa naman lahat ng bagay tungkol sa research ay alam ko. And now nakita ko na yung capstone research pala is hindi siya parang research design. So, nakakatuwa. Kasi akala natin, parang isang uri lang pala siya ng research na parang, kagaya ba ito ng parang term paper? Or iba siya sa term paper?
Actually, systematically speaking, so, kagaya din siya ng term paper na kung saan kailangan siya ng output. However, so yung capstone research is may specific time limit lang na allotted na kailangan at the end, the implementation of the specific program that is the solution to that specific problem na nakuha natin na solution, so dapat may implement natin while in the term paper. So it is just about the narratives of everything that we have had.
Okay. So, ayun. Malinaw yun. Maganda palang ipagawa tong capstone na to. Anyway, ma'am, just an idea. How many months na pwedeng gawin ang capstone? Tansya.
Actually, it is about 5 to 6 kasi yung capstone research, part ng capstone research are the action research. So, action research are having the time limit of just 5 to 6 months. So,
Pwede. Definitely, punta po tayo sa pangalawang tanong. Yes, Cha, do you have a question, Miss Cha?
Again po, good afternoon po. Ang question ko po, Ma'am Jocelyn, is ano-ano po ang steps sa paggawa po ng isang capstone research?
thank you, Ms. Cha. So, ano ba yung mga steps sa paggawa ng capstone research? The same naman sa other researches. So first, syempre, dapat you have the topic selection kung saan dapat alam mo kung ano ba ang gusto mong pag-aralan. And then, kasunod nito, you have to do research proposal. Okay? And then next to it is you are going to tawag dito, mangangalap ka ng related literature para malaman mo kung ito ba ay kailangan bang pag-aralan, ito ba ay may supporting basis. At next is you have to design your methodology. So ano ba yung design mo, ano ba yung participants na gusto mo, ano ba yung mga tools na kailangan mong gamitin. And of course, you have to have the data gathering. So if you have chosen your methods, so next to it is, of course, you will be gathering the data. And then next to it, of course, you are going to have the data analysis, and you will be interpreting your data based from the design and method that you have used. And after that, sa pagbuo ng findings and conclusion and recommendation based also doon sa methods and design na ginamit mo sa pagkalap ng data. And then, so after that, syempre after you have gathered everything that you needed, you have to formalize your paper, and you are going to create a research write-up. And then afterwards, since this have the limited time, you're going to present it, and you are going to share the result based on the needed data, the needed solutions on the specific problems that you have gathered. And kung halimbawa may output, or sabihin na natin it is part of an action research, so you are going to implement it and look for the linkages na makakatulong para sa implementation ng inyong output. So, that's it.
Sa tingin ko may follow-up question si Chat. Tinatanong niya ako, pero sabi ko, okay, itanong mo kay ma'am. Go ahead siya.
Sige po.
Ano po kami ngayon ng research po. Sorry po. So, ang research design po na ginagamit namin is mixed method po. So, ano po ang pagkakapareho nito sa capstone research po? May pagkakaiba po ba yun?
Ang tanong mo is design.
Kasi ang...
So, meron kayong ginawang...
Yes po. Ang ganito kasi yun. Yung binigay sa kanilang... Parang yung binigay yata sa kanilang outline is pang capstone. And they opted to use mixed method. So, pwede ba yun daw?
Ay, opo. Actually, the process in doing such research or capstone research is the same from the other researches. It is that the capstone research pertains to the practical application and implementation of the specific intervention na nakukuha at the end of the study. So, it is a culmination project. So, ibig sabihin kung yung study is gagamit ng mixed method, so it means to say na you are going to use both the quali and the quanti, and yung presentation nyo is based din siya doon sa output na makukuha nyo based doon sa designs na ginamit ninyo. So, ang bottom line lang dito when you use capstone research is dapat at the end of the given study, so you will be implementing what you have dito you have crafted. Halimbawa, yung end up nyo. Kasi kami dati, we have study with regards to the leadership. So, lumabas, we used quantitative method. So, we used survey questionnaire. And, both pala. So, survey questionnaire and interview method. So, ang nag-end up doon na kailangan ng workshop with regards to creation of the communication letters. Kasi yun yung lumabas na magiging output dapat namin. Kasi yun yung kailangan based doon sa data gathering namin. So, we have implemented it. So, ganun po siya. So, if you will be doing the capstone research, you are going to implement the specific intervention na na kailangan na nag-resort based doon sa study ninyo. So, yun po siya. Nasagot ko ba, Miss?
Kamusta, Cha?
Thank you po, ma'am. Nasagot naman po. Nasagot.
Okay, thank you, Cha. And so, marami pa kaming questions dito, Ma'am Jo. Talagang interested sila dito sa yung capstone. Anyway, sorry. Yes, Janelle, go ahead please.
Hello po, good afternoon po. So my next question po is, paano po ba pumili ng topic na relevant at feasible para sa capstone research?
Yun, interesting question.
Thank you, Mr. Janelle. So, ayan. So, paano ba pumili ng topic na relevant at feasible? So, unang-una, kailangan yung pumili or kailangan yung piliin ang topic base sa personal interest. Kasi mas madali kung gusto mong pag-aralan yung paksa na gusto mo, yung topic na gusto mo. Pangalawa, kailangan relevant sa kurso na kinukuha mo or halimbawa sa mga high school students, so dapat relevant sa strand or sa track nila. So, para mas magkaroon sila ng connection between the topic and the nature of their topic. And dapat, isa sa dapat i-consider is problema. It is may kinalaman ba sa problema or sa komunidad or sa paaralan. So, nakailangan ng solution. So, that is because when we talk about capstone research, it is in particular with solving problems that is real and practical. So, ibig sabihin, nakikita natin, so kailangan natin ng action. So, that is why the action research is part of the capstone research na kung saan it solve the specific problem na nag-a-arise na kailangan ng immediate action. And next na kailangan nating isaalang-alang is the availability of our resources.
Yun.
Ito ba ay sapat sa oras? Ito ba ay sapat sa makakakuha ba tayo ng data na kailangan natin? And meron ba tayong pagkukuhanan ng data? And sapat ba ito sa budget? And lastly, dapat i-consider natin yung feasibility. So, kaya bang tapusin sa takdang oras? Sa takdang panahon ibinigay sa inyo? Sa specifically, it is conducted, because it is a culminating project, means to say that kailangan matapos natin to within the allotted time of our course. And dapat, mahalaga rin na tiyakin natin na mayroong sapat na literature. That is why after we choose topic, we have to review the related literature. And dapat, we have to ensure that it is, tawag dito, dapat naaayon siya sa mga current trends or policy that is present. So, yun, siguro.
Ayun. Okay, so thank you, Janelle, for that question, and thank you, Ma'am Jo. So, nakatch ko kanina dito, sinabi mo, pa-follow up question lang, kasi parang na-interest ako dito sa capstone research na ito. Nasabi mo kanina na ang capstone or yung action research is a part of capstone research. So, alin ba sa tingin mo yung malaki, yung action research? Medyo confused ako. Paki-correct mo ako. Ma'am, ano yung pinakamalaki? Yung action research o yung capstone research? Or they go hand in hand? Ano po yung sistema ng dalawa?
Kasi ma'am, yung action research, we can make it by the use of yung capstone research, we can make it using action research, pwedeng case studies. So, ibig sabihin, so si capstone research, part niya si action research.
Oh, okay. See, natututo ako. Thank you, ma'am, for guesting. Natutuwa ako. Anyway, yes po, another question from Kent. Go ahead, Kent. Ano ulit yung tanong natin dyan? Yung baon nating question?
Ano po? if gagawa po ng capstone research, ano po yung mga expected na challenges or hindrance na pwede namin kaharapin po pagkagawa na po?
Thank you, Sir Ken. So, mostly, yung mga common challenges that we have encountered as we conducted the capstone research. So, unang-una, yung kakulangan sa oras. Sometimes there is a scheduled conflict kasi binibigay lang siya during the time frame of the specific program or the course of the subject. And next is kakulangan sa data kasi sometimes yung mga respondents or yung mga participants natin, so I use respondents and participants depending on the method that you use. So pag sinabi natin kasing capstone research, specifically kapag gagamit kami dati, we have encountered this kasi yung mga kailangan naming i-interview ay wala sila. Kasi we have Sunday, so nasa trabaho yung mga leaders, so mga barangay leaders, so nagkaroon kami ng kakulangan sa data kasi yung respondents namin is just siguro out of 7, siguro 2 lang yung nandoon na present kasi they are father of the family, so sabi naghahanap buhay sila, so yun isa yun. And then in specific cases like sa mga students na nag-undergo ng capstone research, so nandito na rin yung mahirap na coordination sa mga groupmates. So hindi yan maiwasan. So number 1 yan, I know that. And sometimes with regards to having the linkages, and sometimes humihingi kami ng tawag dito ng connections for help sa local government unit. So sometimes other stakeholders are really not into it and they are busy sometimes. So that's part of the common challenges, especially when kailangan natin ng tulong for the implementation. Ito, nagiging isa rin siya sa challenges. And then, yung mga technical issues, halimbawa, so we use the quantitative method. So may mga tools na hindi natin alam and mga statistical analysis na nahihirapan tayong sa tapos ng mga data na kailangan nating ayusin. So it's really we really have to have the knowledge into it. So that's part, nagiging technical issues din siya pagdating sa paggawa ng research, specifically the capstone research. And of course, nagkakaroon din ng common challenges kasi isa sa mga challenges na ito ay yung pagsunod sa format kasi every institution meron siyang iba-ibang format. So may mga academic standards din tayong sinusunod. So nag-iiba-iba yun based sa kung anong format meron ang every institution. So nagkakaiba-iba yun. So wag lang tayong pag sinabi mo ito yung format nyo, it might be different from the other institution. So that's part of the challenges that this capstone research considering. So and then isa pa dito is the limited guidance or feedback mula sa syempre sa mga advisors kasi specifically po sabi nga ni Ma'am Grace konti lang yung may gusto ng research.
Totoo.
And I really admire Ma'am Grace for that enthusiasm with regards to research. That is why so yun. And then siguro another is that is why we really have to review the related literature because one of the challenges that we may encounter is yung kakulangan or kulang sa references na nakukuha natin. Kasi, di ba, when we talk about the capstone research, we're pertaining to the real problem that is arising or the phenomenal problem na nakikita natin. So, sometimes hindi natin yung makukuhanan ng references. So that's part of the common challenges. Especially when my student, kasi we encounter this one, gusto nilang pag-aralan yung patungkol doon sa yung mga na-encounter. Sabi ko, there are common challenges that you might encounter with regards to looking for the references, the related literature and studies. So, those are I guess, the common challenges that we may face when doing the capstone research. I guess marami pa namang iba. So, these are the things that we have encountered, most common. So,
Ayun.
I hope nasagot ko, Mr. Kent, ang tanong mo.
Satisfied po.
Satisfied daw. Aba. Very good. Okay, how about you, Cha? Go ahead, please. Yung sunod nating tanong.
So, the next question po, ma'am, is paano po ba dapat i-present o i-share ang capstone research upang magkaroon ito ng impact sa community o sa chosen field po?
Okay. Thank you, Ms. Cynthia. So, paano ba dapat i-present or i-share ang capstone research para magkaroon ng impact? Okay, siguro, since it is what we call the culminating project at the end of the course, so, syempre, as part, you will have your oral defense sa mga panels po, and then, so, research presentation, so you are going, halimbawa, sa school or any academic event, so you can present your research or capstone research. And then, so sa paglikha ng output, you can have the impact to the community. So gagawa kayo, halimbawa, magawa ng applications, if it is with regards to output, with regards to program. So, paggawa ng mga modules, pag may kinalaman ito sa academic. And pag halimbawa naman may kinalaman sa community, pwede naman sa mga livelihood plans and programs. So kagaya nga ng ginawa namin, so just like what I have shared, so gumawa kami ng seminar workshop on the creation of communication letter. So we have made it an impact because natulungan namin sila to create a communication letter na kung saan doon sila, yun yung weakness nila. That is an arising problem that meron yung leaders ng isang barangay, ng isang community. And then, another na siguro, kagaya ng sinabi ko kanina, partnership with local government unit, in organizations para sa implementation. So, halimbawa, we really need to share our capstone research because alam natin na makakatulong ito sa community or sa field na kung saan meron tayo. We can ask the local government unit because as far as I know, if I'm not mistaken, so correct me if I'm wrong, ma'am, there is 20% na binibigay na support yung local government unit in the educational sector. So that is why we have to have the partnership with the local government unit for the implementation, specifically if our research talaga, yung output natin is really helpful with regards to the community, na magkakaroon ito ng malaking impact sa ating community. And sometimes, we use also the infographics or yung mga simplified na reports para mas mapalawak natin yung audience, para ma-share natin ito sa kanila. And mostly, this is the most common. We do use the social media to share the knowledge and the knowledge to make an impact to the community. So, yun. So, those are how, we can, kasi social media, especially as a school, meron din naman. So, we can use the school bulletin. Di ba, meron naman tayo. So, naalala ko dati, meron naman tayo dyan sa CBSU, specifically. para ma-share natin yung result, ano, yung resulta na kung saan yung layunin nun ay mayroong kapaki-pakinabang na tawag dito, and actionable siya, na pwede siyang maibigay sa community para mas maging aware ang community, or kung halimbawa ito ay may kinalaman sa pag-improve ng isang bagay or isa itong program, so we can share it so that we could have the great impact in our community where we belong. So, yun.
Thank you, Ma'am Jo, for that very comprehensive explanation. Kasi actually nag-uusap-usap kami dito sa chatboard. I mean dito sa aming GC, anong sabi mga comments dito yung mga kasama. Sabi nila, "Ma'am, ang broad pala ng capstone, ma'am." So, mix na lahat ng research. So, parang naisip niya, andun na pala halos yung, parang sa capstone, malaki siyang, na-embrace yung different kinds of research. Tama ba yung nagiging opinion nila?
Yes po, actually, ang types ng capstone research, pwede siyang action research, pwede siyang sa research, action research, or applied research. Kasi pag sinabi kasi nating applied research, di ba ma'am, we are trying to add knowledge from the broaden community. So, ibig sabihin, internationally, we are trying to add knowledge into them. And when we say naman basic knowledge, we are just trying to add knowledge in just a specific discipline.
Yes.
Na-
I
Kung
agree.
yun lang ang yung pinag-uusapan natin. Mas, siya, mas practical siya and mas specific siya among all. And pwede din naman kasi siya sa cases studies, like ano ba yung nangyari, ano ba yung reason, ano ba yung mga dahilan kung bakit mayroon na specific phenomenon, ano ba yung yeah. So, and then pwede din siyang creation or evaluation of something. So, that's part of having the action research.
Okay. So, yes, thank you so much. Sabi niya, "Ma'am, pwede po pa-ask clarification lang po if same ang mixed method research and capstone research." Parang nasagot na ito kanina. Pero, yes, itatanong ulit natin kay Ma'am Jo. Ma'am Jo, sabi niya, "Ma'am, pwede pong pa-ask clarification lang po if same ang mixed method research and capstone research."
Ang mixed method research is a combination of the quality and quantity. And ang capstone research is part of an academic research na kung saan gagamitan natin siya ng it's either mix,
or
quality, or
quanti-
quantity method.
Ayun. Malinaw yun. So, parang isang uri ang capstone, isang uri siya ng research. Tama ba, ma'am? Sa common
Culminating
knowledge.
project siya, ma'am.
Yes, culminating project. Okay, so pagkatapos ng isang mga activities and all that, so
Course.
may gagawing capstone. Tama po ba? Okay. Yun. Thank you so much, Ma'am Jo. We are learning a lot. And so, kung may mga questions po ay yung ating mga viewers dito, pwede nyo namang i-chat dito sa ating chat board. At nga pala, let me remind you, kung gusto ninyo ng certificates, paki-capture na lang po ng link na ito at padadalhan namin kayo ng e-certificates. And yes, yung questions niyo, please don't forget, pakilagay na lang dito sa ating chat board. Okay? So, let's go to the next question. Yes, Jonel, go ahead please.
For the next question po, Mama, paano po ba isinasagawa ang data gathering at analysis po ng capstone research?
Thank you, Sir Janelle. Actually, depende ito sa research design na gagamitin natin. So, halimbawa, gumamit tayo ng quantitative method or design. Quantitative, by the way method and design ay magkaiba. So, we have 3 methods in the mixed, and the design are depending on what method we will be using. So, halimbawa, gumamit tayo ng quantitative method. So, gagamit tayo ng survey, test, o statistical data. Pagkatapos nito, pagkatapos natin gamitin yon, so, we will be having the data uh, gathering or gagamit tayo ng Excel. Yung Excel kasi most commonly used siya. Kasi we can make it directly. Maglalagay lang tayo ng formula. And sometimes, yung SPSS para sa analysis ng data. So, sometimes you use percentage, the mean, the t-test, etc. And just to acknowledge, I have learned it in my study. So, when we are when we are going to analyze the data that we have gathered, so pwede tayong mag-online calculator. So, depending on the test that we are going to use. So, kasi available naman siya and mas madali yung data. Kahit non-math major, pwede kayong gumamit. Nako. And kung halimbawa naman, qualitative yung gagamitin natin na research method, and pwede tayong gumamit ng interview method or observation method. So, sa interview method, meron tayo dyan in-depth interview, meron tayong focused discussion, meron din tayong structured interview. So, we can make use of that to gather the data. And so, gagamitin natin yung thematic analysis para suriin natin yung kung ano ba yung patterns at yung mga sagot nila. And then, we just have to make sure that meron tayong consent doon sa ating mga participants when we use the qualitative method. Para maging maayos yung data, yung pag-document natin ng data. So, yun po.
Okay, thank you so much. Ma'am, we are now down to the last question. Talagang down to the last question.
For our last question po, ma'am, do you agree po sa help ng AI in terms of capstone research?
I'm sorry?
Ano po? Do you agree po of using AI in capstone research po? Para po mapabilis or mag-gather data, ganun po.
AI, artificial
Actually,
intelligence.
the artificial intelligence is just a help. Actually, we cannot, hindi naman tayo mapaplagiarize when we use AI. However, it can make our study more mabilis. However, we can have the problems with regards to applications of the practical application of the capstone research itself. Kasi pag sinabi nating practical application o capstone research, ito ay may kinalaman sa practical na nangyayari. But if we use the artificial intelligence to make dito mabilis na paggawa ng data, siguro magkakaroon ng issue doon sa validity and reliability ng data. Pero with regards naman siguro sa descriptions, sa narrative na kailangan natin para sa pag-broaden ng pag-explain ng isang variable or ng isang bagay na nandoon naman sa data natin, siguro magiging okay naman siya kasi we just need the help to broaden the explanations na kasi hindi naman talaga natin gaya na mag-explain kasi specifically nagkakaroon tayo ng limited vocabulary. So with regards to explaining the specific aspects. So yun. So okay lang naman siguro siya in a sense na we will be just adding the descriptions or explanations, but dapat yung laman is nandoon siya galing sa na-gather nating data.
Okay. So, medyo meron tayong tanong dito sa chatboard. Shout out Ma'am Zara. Ang supportive naman ng ating friend John. Pero gusto ko lang i-catch yung moment patungkol doon sa AI kasi para na rin sa kaalaman ng karamihan, ma'am. Kasi may mga instances wherein there are people who are now permitting their students to engage in AI, pero there are those who do not want to. Kasi parang, alam mo yung ChatGPT, Gemini, so parang in trying to generate more ideas, they would just parang ask the AI to do it for them. So sabi nila, pwede naman daw yun. Sabi naman ng iba, hindi pwede. What's your thoughts on that?
Actually, that's the reason why the artificial intelligence is
Great.
introduced to make our research paper or in the other aspect must be look like professionals. However, so may mga considerations naman po tayo doon. So kailangan when we do use the AIs, we see to it that we still validate the information that is given to us. And okay lang naman gamitin. So that's the reason why it is being introduced to us. However, we have to be educated on how we should use it in a manner na tutulungan tayo, hindi tayo gagamitin ng AI para maging tamad or whatsoever. So, yun po.
Yeah, I agree with you, Ma'am Jo. Okay, thank you so much. At least medyo nagkaroon ng idea ang karamihan. Pwedeng gumamit, pwedeng makapag-generate ng idea, but you are not allowed to copy and paste everything there. What you think, ma'am? Copy and paste.
Yes.
Bawal yun.
Hindi pwedeng gano'n.
Oh, paraphrase. Anyway.
Yes.
Okay, so yes, Cha, can you please read the question of Ma'am Zara?
According po kay Ma'am Zara, pahapot man po, how can we determine a research topic na under siya kan capstone research? May concentration lang po ba ang capstone research? And by the way, good afternoon po daw.
Thank you, ma'am. So, thank you, Ma'am Z, for that question. Very supportive. Okay. So, how can we consider that a capstone research is a capstone research? So, first, na kailangan nating i-consider is it considering a practical application? So, the topic should address the real world problem. So, or issues within a specific field. Example, sa education. So, ito ba ay may practical application sa specific field natin? So, kasi, it often results in a tangible output. Like, kanina, yung sinabi ko, yung program, product, interventions, or it can be a policy proposal. And next that we have to consider is it integrative in nature? So, kasi, it must integrate knowledge, the skills, and competencies kasi we consider this as a culminating program. So, it must be the integration of the knowledge, skills, the competencies that is learned throughout the academic program. And the topic also, it should show the synthesis, okay? Synthesis of the theory and practice that is learned in the specific program, especially the subject. And dapat, isa pa sa kailangan natin i-consider na ito ay capstone research is dapat siya ay magkaroon ng innovation. Is it proposing innovation or improvement? So, it aims to innovate or evaluate the existing practices and systems or the strategies. So, it often respond kasi sa gaps in knowledge and inefficiency or kailangan sa isang community or sa isang institution. And then, aside from that, is the feasibility. So that is the thing that I always used to see. the topic should be doable within the time frame. Kasi meron lang tayong limited time to do such innovation or improvement or practical application of the specific study. And dapat we also consider in feasibility is the resources. The resources that we need in the scope of a capstone project. So, kailangan, pasok siya doon para masabi natin na ito ay isang capstone research. So, syempre, hindi naman siguro doon mawawala yung relevance and ano pa ba, the yun, relevance, stakeholders relevance, and of course, dapat ito ay research-based din.
Okay.
So, yan. Sana nasagot ko, Ma'am C.
Oh, hi, Ma'am Zin. Nasagot yun.
Thank you so
for
much
sure.
po.
Okay. So, yun ang kagandahan ng research, everyone. Nakaka-enhance yun ng intelligence, ng cognitive functions ng isang tao. Also, at the same time, nagagamit ito sa career. Nakakapagpadagdag ito ng promotion. O, diba? So, yun. I'm very happy. I'm very happy that I'm with these two beautiful ladies. And of course, we are now down to giving you our thanks. And syempre, kasi 1:53 na and nakakatuwa kasi parang ang bilis lang ng oras. Marami tayong napagdaanan about sa research and we have these different experiences and all. Nakakatuwa na mapag-usapan at ma-share sa ating mga estudyante. And kasi alam nyo everyone, si Ma'am Jo, very passionate din siya sa kanyang mga estudyante and she is also doing the same campaign for her students and we are both on the same road na tinatrack. Ang gusto namin i-promote ang research na it's okay, kaya ninyo, kaya natin. And definitely, marami din akong natutunan. In fact, nilista ko nga dito sa aking paper. Now, reading all of them will outshine my co-host. pero I cannot help it na talagang masabi ko itong aking mga medyo napansin lang. Pero ito kung mababanggit ko ito, Ken, Cha, and Jonel, at nandyan din ito sa paper ninyo, huwag nyong i-skip, basahin nyo rin. Kasi dapat yung nailagay natin dito is yung talagang natutunan natin. Hindi porke nasabi ko na i-skip nyo. Hindi ganon. Okay, so ito. Actually, ngayon ko lang natutunan na malaki pala yung capstone research. And, kumbaga, para siyang action research pala na may action. Pero ang action research parang nagsasabay-sabay eh. Pero ang capstone, I understand, please correct me if I'm wrong, ang capstone, kapag merong isang naging activity, tapos gusto mong tingnan yung naging output and all that, so, gagawa ka ng capstone research. So, parang ganun ang nakuha ko. And then, definitely, yung capstone research is very doable. May nakita kasi ako nito, and hindi siya parang basic research, pero yung parts niya is parang compacted siya, like yung introduction at related literature, isa na lang, parang may mga ganong sistema, pero ang pinaka big deal dito sa capstone research is solution oriented siya. Of course, lahat naman yata ng research solution oriented, but giving the focus of capstone, ito yung parang magandang tingnan kasi kayang gawin hindi lang ng kayang gawin lalong-lalo na nung mga batang nagsisimula pa lang sa research. So, yun. At parang I really would like to use this particular kind of research format para at least mai-enhance ko rin, lalong-lalo na kung sa mga estudyante ito gagawin. So, thank you so much, Ma'am Jo. Very relevant ang iyong naging talk for the day. And definitely, of course, tatanungin ko rin itong aking mga co-host kung ano ang kanilang natutunan. Siyempre, unahin ko si Jonel, ang aming baby sa group. Go ahead, Jonel.
So, good afternoon po. As a first-year student po, so natutuhan ko po na ang capstone research has a unique characteristic. Kumbaga po, ginagamit po siya para malaman ang mga natutunan ng estudyante. And compare sa ibang research design, unique po talaga siya. And I understood din po that there are specific steps sa pagkandak ng capstone research, such as first sa pagpili po ng topic. Dapat alam mo kung ano po ba yung personal interest mo. Second po, you need to develop your research proposal. And third, analyzing data. Kumbaga po, sa pag-analyze po ng data, you need to know na kailangan siya talagang pag-aralan. And I also learned that the importance of choosing the right methodology is essential para po ma-ensure po yung validity and reliability po ng result. So in addition po, it is important to choose na piliin mo yung research na madali, ngunit may kwenta at kaya din po ng bulsa. Yun lang po.
Aba! Pang ano yun Okay, thank you, Jonel. Very good. Ako'y napahanga doon anyway, how about naman sa ating mga third year bodies? Yes, ladies first, Miss Cynthia Liozala. Go ahead, chat.
Additional lang po sa sinabi po ni Mr. Junel, natutunan ko po na ang capstone research ay isang culminating academic experience para po ma-demonstrate ang mastery ng isang specific field or study. So, mayroon pong various formats ang capstone research at nakadepende po ito sa isang study. So, sa paggawa naman po nito ay kailangan isaalang-alang ang mga relevant na kursong kinukuha mo po, the availability of resources, and ensure the literature at dapat ay naayon sa mga current trends or problems na kailangan ng solution.
Wow. Okay.
That's all.
Thank you, Cha. Thank you so much. And definitely, but not the least, yes, Ken, go ahead.
So, ang takeaways ko naman po dito sa podcast na ito, the capstone research is an applied research din. Tapos, it discover a solution in an arising issue or problem. Sabi nga ni Ma'am kanina. Tapos, maihahalin tulad rin natin ito sa academic paper or a term paper. In terms naman sa sharing neto, we can share this through research presentation or events. Tapos, pwede rin po siyang i-convert into infographics to share through social media platforms. Yan lang po.
Okay, yes. Thank you, Kent. Nakakatuwa naman ang inyong mga natutunan. But then, of course, yes, Ma'am Jo, for your last remarks, giving them encouragement and your last thoughts in this episode. Thank you so much.
Okay, so, ito na lang siguro yung last words na kaya ko mailigay. You know? So, ayan. So, capstone research is not just a requirement. It's a chance to create a meaningful change. So, that's it siguro.